Blackway.
What's up, y'all? This is Michael Okoro, Limitless Mike, and today we're gonna be doing an album review. Let me get a little situated. Alright, y'all. Today we're gonna be doing an album review for Boldy James and Alchemist's The Price of Tea in China. So I just got put on Boldy James pretty recently. My introduction for him was through Griselda and with Westside Gun and them. So shout out to Westside Gun. It kind of goes with that nigga. This is random, but it goes with Westside Gun's point of like, hey man, I'm out here, I'm putting niggas on. So, cause that's how I first heard of Boldy James on that track, It's Possible. I felt like he did his thing. And then my next like, ooh, I gotta check bruh out is also with Griselda. That's fucking funny. So I'm just driving through and this track comes on. The track off this tape with him and Benny the Butcher, Scrape the Bowl. I'm like, okay, I like it. And all that is what made me come and check him out. So Boldy's a 36-year-old rapper from Detroit. So he's been doing it for a minute. He's old, he's seasoned. This is a grown-ass man, so he got real thoughts. He put out this album with Alchemist, and everybody, if you know about hip hop, if you know rap, you better know about Alchemist and the beats that boy put together. It's 12 tracks long, so it's very digestible. They didn't overdo it. Every track, they all sound similar production, but in a good way, like not in an overdone or this is all that this guy can do. They're just within a range, and they went really 90s, kinda, I'll say 90s hip hop or prior to that, real boom bap for it. But it's like dark boom bap shit, you know? It's real dark. Like, this is just that gritty shit. Boldy, throughout this album, he's mostly talking about his life trying to come up by pushing, or just, the struggles of being broke, and the only way I really know how to get it is by pushing dope. That's what niggas doing around me. He has features on this album. He has features from Freddie Gibbs, Vince Staples, Benny the Butcher, and a dude named Evidence, who I personally just have never heard of. Kind of gritty, soulful, real people, because if you know about Vince is from Long Beach. That boy just talks like gritty. Like, even on this album, Vince has a line that just made me think like, did Vince Staples murder somebody when he was young? Like, Vince has those. Freddie Gibbs, same thing. It's Gangsta Gibbs, baby. Overall, my favorite song on this album is Surf and Turf. That is the one with Vince Staples. Me, I just like the beat of it. It's very the beat of it just is like a roller coaster. Very cruisy though. Like, not even a roller coaster. It's like just driving fast on an open street. And Boldy, I feel like he speaks a lot. This is one of them tracks where you learn about dude a lot. And then Vince comes on, and like I said, Vince does good as well. Another one of my favorites is Giant Side. That was another one. I just like it. And that one is him all alone. It's just him. And like I was saying before, I first got introduced to Homie just through features and other people being featured. And even how I heard about his album was with the one with him and Benny the Butcher. That one's very, very solid. Like, someone that's going to be their favorite one. But to me, it's like when I really got on here, I'm like, oh no, that's like number 4, number 5 out there. Like, Homie guys, just some tracks on his own that are A1, so he's solid. He's here to stay. The Gibbs one is dope. The one with him and Freddie, that one's filthy as well. And it has a little part at the end with Earl. Like, you can hear Earl talking in the background. If you know about Alchemist, you know him and Earl just make music together. You know Earl spends a lot of time with Alchemist. It was cool to just hear Homie talk. They were having a deep talk, and it took me a couple listens to even realize, like, shit, this is Earl talking. So that was filthy. I really like this album overall. Like, I like the skits that were added in. There's a lot of like just talking or things added, you know, little things added onto the tracks that just like spice it up, kind of take you there. The people talking from the Detroit news, like just newscasters and all that shit. So it really does take you there. But this is a very solid album by Boldy. I will give it like an 8 out of 10, which to me is good. The reason why is just, one, it's solid all the way through. Like, everything's good, so that kind of takes it up there. But I wish that he had a feature from Detroit, like a newer, like a more known feature from Detroit. He talks about Drago and Bino in the album, so I wish with that, like, he had Drago and Bino on, maybe Payroll Giovanni, just somewhere. I swear, Vezzo, like, just someone. That would have been cold, especially if T Grizzly, like, if he put someone like that with his sound, any of those, because they all have a completely different sound than Boldy. Like, none of them getting on no Alchemist. So I just feel like that would have been cool if he incorporated, you know, maybe a young nigga coming up or somebody, and with the Alchemist. I would have liked that. That would have that would have been one of them mind-blowing things for me. A lot of this is just him, like, gritting it out, you know? It's just about him coming up, selling, and just gritting out through life. You kind of hear a little bit of his family, of his son, of his mom, but I just wish I got a little more from him. But it's solid album. Like I said, 8 out of 10. I would recommend it. If you're seeing this and you haven't heard the album and you like real, like, gritty rap, if the sun ain't shining every day for you and you like just, I gotta get it, this is gritty, like, oh, you know, I'll fuck somebody up today, then this is one of them albums for you. I think I know I'll be continuing to listen to this album throughout the year. It's only February, so there's gonna be so much more music dropping. Like, shit, this nigga went first, damn near. But I'm gonna keep listening to it, and I suggest that if you come across this and you haven't, listen to that. Boldy James, Alchemist, The Price of Tea in China. If you watch this video, please give me some feedback. Shit, if you like it, let me know. If there's anything else, just let me know. I would deeply appreciate that shit. So thanks. It's Mike Locoro, Limitless Mike. This is my first album review, so appreciate you.
Tapped in like a touchscreen, black beans but the guts green. Half brick of that Justine off a crack stick.